Did you know that I almost gave up on art? A couple of times, in fact. And the reasons might surprise you. Today, I want to share my story, the time I was ready to quit and why I didn't. And I will be playing a time lapse of three attacks I did on Art Fight. You'll see that in the background. So, I'll be telling this story purely by my voice. I hope you can follow. Hello, I'm Sky, and I've been drawing digitally for almost 2 years now. And I know I'm not alone in feeling like I want to give up sometimes, especially on art. If you're struggling to continue whatever it is that you love and you want to do, I hope my story gives you a bit of comfort. So when I started, I used Adobe Photoshop, and then I moved to Krita, and right now I'm using Clip Studio Paint X as my art program. Seeing my OCs come to life using art with my art was so fun. It was so magical. It's like I've been given this power to make them real. From doodling to these bigger pieces that I gave a lot of time and effort to make. Back then, it never crossed my mind that I would want to hate it, to quit, and just stop doing any art at all. And then I got my first criticism, which was someone calling my art low effort. They called a piece that I actually gave a lot of effort, and I was very proud of how I did it. They called it low effort, and it hurt me a lot. This was during the time where I was using Adobe Photoshop CS6, and what happened next was it sort of fueled my rage and motivation to make this even bigger piece, which was unlike anything I've done before. That piece never got too much traction, which was fine because for me, I felt like it was a great achievement. But I never forgot about it. My art being called low effort. It just stayed with me. Every now and then I remember that. The second criticism I got, which was very recent, was being told to change my style. Like my art wasn't proper enough for the standards. As if there was a unwritten standard for all the arts out there. Which was ridiculous, I know. But it hurt me a lot because my style was based on me. It was a part of me. It's like being told to change a part of yourself. At least that's how I heard it. Like I was something improper that needs to be hidden or changed. It hurt me. I was so angry, but I decided to be, at least at the moment, I think I was the bigger person. I don't think they seem to think that, but that's fine with me. The last one wasn't a criticism by somebody else, but it was self-doubt. Not sure why I took this long, but recently I realized that I have aphantasia, which is I can't see images in my head the way most people do. Apparently, some people can just imagine an apple glistening, spinning, crunchy apple in their head, while I can't. I see like a gray outline of an apple, not a colored one that is moist or fresh. And the way this affected my art is that I cannot visualize what I wanted to draw, not until I have drawn it. So planning ahead for poses was hard. this made me rely on references. 3D models to be specific. And for a while, I thought it made me a fake artist. Like some artists can just draw a specific pose directly from a sketch. Like just construction lines, and they immediately can produce a whole piece out of it. Well, I cannot do that. I started comparing myself to people who could draw straight from imagination instantly. And I also draw slowly. I am a slow artist. So at some point I started thinking that I may be fake, or I was not a real artist. I know some of you who are listening would say otherwise, that it's fine to use references, that it's normal to use references. The old ancients do it all the time, but your biggest critic is yourself. So this self-doubt was the one always weighing at the back of my mind. And then came a moment that I wanted to stop. To stop and don't draw anything anymore, like abandon the digital art which I came to love. It wasn't anger, it was more like this empty, hopeless feeling, like no matter how hard I try or how much effort I give, it wouldn't matter. Like the fact that I gave effort to something wouldn't be seen. What stopped me from quitting digital art entirely wasn't some huge revelation. It was actually a very small thing. A gift art. It was this small doodle of me, a small sketch on a page of a notebook. The flash of the smartphone overexposing the pencil lines that you can barely even see it. But I know it's there. I don't remember what the artist said. All I remember was me bawling my eyes out because I liked it. No, I loved it. I loved the art so much that that moment became a core memory. It reminded me of how I started digital art. By wanting to make a fan art of literal stick figures. Alan Becker's Animator versus Animation series. My first AVA fan art was this comic titled Being Cautious. It featured the main gang, who I playfully called the Salads because they loved tossing each other around. I drew them from the waist up, and I always thought that art made them look like forks. You know, that cutlery you used to eat, like that, like forks. And the thing about stick figures is that they don't have a set style. There were no standards or expectations to follow. You can draw them however you want. What Ava taught me, and that gift art reminded me, was that art is a way to tell a story. I started art because I wanted to tell a story, my own lore, the same way I am doing right now. I love my OCs, and I like seeing them drawn, but people like seeing me draw them too. So here's what I need to constantly remind myself. First is that criticism isn't always about your skill. Sometimes it's just the person's taste. You cannot make everyone happy, and your style is yours. You don't have to change it for anyone. If you like it, go for it. There are no global standards for art. There are no rules that you need to follow. And using references doesn't make you less of an artist. It means you are resourceful. It's having the ability to use these so many ideas that you collected and to make this one piece that is yours, that you made yourself. Having a fantasia doesn't mean I don't have imagination. It just means that my imagination works differently. And comparing myself to someone with different strengths than me will only hurt me. And it's not fair to myself. So yes, I came this close to quitting digital art more than once, but I'm so glad that I didn't. If you yourself is at that point right now, I just want to tell you, your journey is still worth it. The art struggle is still there, but watching all these time lapses that I'm showing you right now lets me look back at my growth, at how I came up with these techniques to make the unvisualized idea in my head into something real, to something that I can show to people. So that's my story of how I almost gave up on art. If you have a story of how I almost gave up on this passion of mine, I would love to hear it. Go share your story down below in the comments. I like reading long paragraphs. So yeah, thank you for listening. If you'd like to see more of my work, I have a few more time lapses in my YouTube channel. You can go follow me. And if you'd like to support me or love what I do, you can find me on Ko-fi and my Patreon, which is 18 plus only. I actually started on a new series, which is my Code Black series, and that's what the Patreon is for. If you're a minor, do not go there, do not check it out. It's only for adults. And also to anyone who has commissioned me or supported me either from Ko-fi or PayPal, gets an access to my members only channel on my Discord server, where I sometimes talk about future videos like this and ask them ideas and suggestions. So yeah, thank you everyone, and see you next time.